Hello, everyone. So today it's the movie lover, and we're gonna be predicting the Oscars today. So without, you know what? Let's just get started with Best Picture. Now, for Best Picture, we have one battle after another: Sinners, Hamnet, Marge Supreme, Frankenstein, Sentimental Value, Locked. And then we have Begonia, which I'm pretty sure it's gonna get in because of the PGA, the BAFTA long list, the Yorgos Lanthimos director nomination, the Golden Globes, the Critics' Choice. It's gotten to everywhere it could. Jessica Plemons and Emma Stone at SAG. It's getting all the support that it needs. I think Begonia is pretty much in, and every single awards body has been nominating Begonia. It has not missed a beat, and even SAG, you don't expect it to get ensembles, so it's pretty much been doing a really good job keeping the momentum. I think Begonia is just a really well-liked movie in general, like across the board, with all people, regardless of what craftsmanship they have, regardless of what department they're from. Every branch seems to love it. We're putting this in, guys. All right. Now it's a number 8, 9, and 10 spot. That's a bit tricky. I'm gonna go with The Secret Agent. I think The Secret Agent has been getting this groundswell of support. When I close my eyes, I see it getting read on Oscar nomination day. I think that Wagner Moura's speech helped. I think that it winning Critics' Choice Foreign Language. I think it winning Golden Globes Foreign Language helped a lot. And Golden Globes happened right after or right before the Oscar nomination voting period. So I think that in and of itself is going to really boost the chances for The Secret Agent in general. I think Wagner Moura is pretty in. I think that it winning 2 awards at Cannes, it winning 2 awards at the Golden Globe, it's just been having a really good momentum boost. And I think that this movie is going to get a lot of number one votes. And the passion pick is what most of the time is what ends up in the top like 10, 9, 8 spot. So I'm going to go with this. This is how Nickel Boys are created. This is how films with passion get in, like I'm Still Here. All right. Next up, we have Train Dreams. Now, Train Dreams is also like a similar case with The Secret Agent. I know that Sing Sing hasn't gotten in. I know that these types of movies also tend to miss, but I think Train Dreams is different because it has a Netflix push behind it. I think Netflix is also prioritizing it. I think people are having a very visceral reaction to the film. Me personally, I didn't really like the film, but a lot of people are emotionally riveted by the film. Joel Edgerton has been getting praise even if he's not going to get nominated. The cinematography might win. We got the screenplay. I don't know. I just think that this film is a lot of people's number one pick, or number two, or number three, which is very important when it comes to the Best Picture ballot. Speaking of the why that system is important, we have It Was Just an Accident. Now, It Was Just an Accident has been having a horrible, horrible time nowadays in current momentum. I think The Secret Agent has stole its thunder when it comes to the neon foreign contender, which is why No Other Choice is not even going to be on the Best Picture list. Spoiler alert for the later categories, if you know what I mean. And yeah, I think It Was Just an Accident as a very good chance to get replaced by F1. Why do I still have it in? I think It Was Just an Accident. It's going to be the A Separation, but stronger. I think A Separation, if it came out today, would get into director and picture as well. I think that It Was Just an Accident has been having a very unfortunate momentum because of its early boom. I think it had a very good early momentum or early start, but then it started like creeping, and then it just got kind of lost. It didn't win any awards at Critics' Choice, Golden Globes. It has no nomination at BAFTAs. Technically, you disregard screenplay, but it has no picture director, which it really needed. I think It Was Just an Accident is losing a lot of support. So I think F1 could go in. Why? I think F1 is the blockbuster pick. I think F1 is the Ford v Ferrari. I think F1 is like basically the Nightmare Alley of this season. Why do I not have it in? Well, I'm kind of a pussy for that. I just think that I am just too scared to have It Was Just an Accident out. I mean, it's contending for director. Like, it's been winning stuff. Like, it won the Palme d'Or, and Palme d'Or winners have a really good track record when it comes to the Academy Awards. I just really want to believe in It Was Just an Accident. I do think that it was a really strong contender, and it is a really strong contender for screenplay. And the people who are really passionate about it will be passionate about It Was Just an Accident. F1 is more for like the older Academy voters, or the voters who are more mainstream, not for the internationals. I mean, it has done really well in the international box office. Like, you guys have to know that F1 is not just like a domestic sensation, it is an international, worldwide sensation when it comes to the box office, when it comes to just like every tech support as well. It's been surprising everywhere. Like Golden Globes, it got score, song, Critics' Choice, it got cinematography, score, editing, sound. It won 2 awards. So it is in a pretty good place. It got the PGA nomination. It is doing a pretty good job when it comes to steamrolling the momentum. I just don't have the guts to put It Was Just an Accident in. Like, I know that some place deep in me, that sounds wrong, but you get what I mean, is rooting for It Was Just an Accident to get in over F1, but some place also knows that F1 is going to end up getting over It Was Just an Accident. But you know what, guys? We're just going to keep it. Weapons also has been getting a really, really nice push lately because of Amy Madigan in the win competition. because of the technical screenplay nomination. I mean the it might get a screenplay nom, it might get a casting nom, it's gonna get Amy Madigan. It's been doing really good. People have been citing it as one of their favorite movies of the year. Directors have been supporting it, actors have been supporting it. So I do think that there's a world where Weapons get in, but because of the contenders above it, I'm gonna put it out. And Blue Moon, I've been kind of having it on the peripheral because it's Sony Pictures Classic. They did I'm Still Here. And I don't know, ever since it got the Golden Globe nom, something clicked in my head like, oh, Blue Moon could get in. But like it hasn't been really doing anything, and I don't even think Ethan Hawke is safe for his nomination, so we'll just put it there for now. Sorry Baby has been getting a lot of momentum. Julia Roberts shouted it out in the Golden Globe, but I don't know, guys. I just really think that it's too indie. It's for the indie spirits. I do think that it's getting a nomination elsewhere, but I'm just gonna be putting it at the bottom of the list so far because I really think that it's gonna pop up somewhere with that passion, guys. So that's it for Best Picture. All right, so Best Director, we have Paul Thomas Anderson locked. The rest of the people here, anyone has a shot to get in. Everyone has a shot to get in. We have one lock. Even Chloe Zhao can get snapped. Even Ryan Coogler, Joachim Trier, Josh Safdie, Guillermo del Toro, Kleber Mendoza Filho, Jafar Panahi. They're all possible to get nominated. And I'm going to break it down with you because this category is really airtight. This is the tightest category. So how this is probably going to work is Paul Thomas Anderson is probably going to get a lot of the number one votes. And even during the nominations period and the win voting period, I think Paul Thomas Anderson is going to sweep this category. So let's look at the number two. I think Chloe Zhao is going to get in. I think this is a real director's movie. I think her being the only woman helps. I think this film being a very technically well-made film helps. I think Jessie Buckley's performance helped. I think the child acting is a big factor, guys. That's how Room got in. That's how Minari gets in. That's how Beast of the Southern Wild. I mean, not yeah. Beast of the Southern Wild gets in. I think that Chloe Zhao is going to get in for Hamnet. And the Golden Globe win also cementifies why Chloe Zhao is going to get in. She is the auteur of the film. Steven Spielberg is championing her. Sam Mendes is championing her. I think that she's just going to get in for this. Now, who's next? Joachim Trier for Sentimental Value. He just won the European Director Award, which really convinced me. And also, there is one Cannes film that always ends up in this lineup, the international pick. And clearly, Joachim Trier has stolen the spotlight when it comes to that that spot for the international directors. So I think he's going to get in. Next up, I have Ryan Coogler. A lot of people are confident in Ryan Coogler. A lot of people have him at number two. The reason why I don't have it at number two is with Hamnet, I could see it having an international support behind Hamnet as well, right? That's how it won the Golden Globe. That's how it is probably going to get a lot of BAFTA nominations, which will really boost his campaign, right? It is a runner-up to One Battle After Another. The reason why films like Green Book, Trial of the Chicago 7, even with their number two status, got snubbed is because it wasn't a directorial feat and it wasn't an auteur vision. Hamnet, ladies and gentlemen, is an auteur vision. So, Sinners. Why is it risky? I think it's risky because it is a domestic hit. Number two, the international bodies don't fare as well compared to other bodies, which was evidenced by the Globes, which was evidenced by it not doing as good. I mean, it did pretty well in the BAFTA long list, but I don't think it's going to do well with the BAFTA nominations. I don't think Sinners is like a global sensation like Hamnet, like a One Battle, like a Sentimental Value. So with that being said, why do I still have it in? I have it in because I think this film is just really damn strong. It is winning a lot of Critics Group Picture Director Awards. Michael B. Jordan is even doing well. The Barbie comparisons are officially let go of. I think Sinners is just a damn strong film, so I'm going to still put it in. The fact that it is in number 4 shows how stacked this lineup is. Now, the number 5 spot is where I'm a bit hesitant. Josh Safdie, I just think that every A24 that has gotten into picture also made into director. That is a pretty recent stat, and I do abide by it. And also, Mari Supreme has been surging. It's been surging pretty well lately. It's been doing really well with every single body, just like Frankenstein, just like Sinners, and every film in this list. I just think that Mari Supreme is seen as a directorial feature. I think it is seen as a Timothée Chalamet vehicle, but it also has that auteur vision, right? And I also think that it is just going to be a really well-loved film that just gets represented in this category. Now, why is it difficult for me? Because of Guillermo del Toro for Frankenstein. I think Guillermo del Toro has a really fighting shot. I think Guillermo del Toro... I mean, the fact that Frankenstein overperforms everywhere, it's so hard for me to just let go of this film. Like, I do think it's going to pop up somewhere. I do see it as a James Mangold pick, guys. I really see it as James Mangold pick. I do see Frankenstein just popping in and surprising everyone. Why do I not have it in? It's just a competition. Same reason of why I don't have Kleber, Mendoza, Filho for the secret agent in the top 5 spot when the momentum is surging. I don't care if he didn't get a BAFTA nomination. People will see the secret agent before voting, and it is a directorial film. Why do I not have it in? It's just a competition, guys. Like, honestly, this category is going to be the most unexpected category. I don't know what to do with it. I'm just going to put the secret agent here, and I think it was just an accident. It's pretty much like Gonzo at this point, unless it leapfrogs sentimental value at the Oscars, which it could pull a Ruben Östlund. Any of these films can pull anything at this point. I'm just really, really, really concerned for Ryan Coogler. I think there's a big chance he gets snubbed. I don't know, guys. It really just depends on how international or how domestic this branch will be, which is kind of hard to tell sometimes. Like an international body, guys, would not go for a biopic movie, a complete unknown. Even if James Mangold is well respected, he's not really known as like this art house auteur internationally, you know. So we don't know with this category, guys. I really think Guillermo del Toro is gonna get in, but I don't know who to remove. Yeah, this category is a shit show. We'll see what happens. I just think that Chloe Zhao is pretty safe. Paul Thomas Anderson's pretty safe. The rest of these people, yeah, you guys got to fight for the 3, 4, 5 spot. Best Actress is also a pretty tough category. I think Jessie Buckley is locked. I think Rose Byrne's going to get in. Emma Stone is most likely going to get in because she's been doing great, and Begonia is a pretty locked in. Now we got Renata Ransva, who I think is going to get in. She won the European Award. She reminds me of Sandra Hüller. It's just going to get in because Sentimental Value didn't do well at SAG, but the Oscars are much more international than Sentimental Value. And Stellan Skarsgård is going to get in. So I think Renata is going to get in. We have Chase Infinity. The reason why I have Chase Infinity over Kate Hudson, who is a really strong contender, I admit, is because Chase Infinity is in the Best Picture winner. I don't care if she's a newcomer, she's been getting a lot of the list. She made it into SAG. She's just doing really well. And I think the love for One Battle After Another will carry it to get 4 acting nominations, guys. Now, I do think that Kate Hudson's going to end up surprising like a Naiad, but I don't know who to remove. Again, these categories are hella stacked. Amanda Seyfried is lucky to be here. Ava Victor, because, I don't know, guys. I mean, Sorry Baby is surging, so maybe. But I'm going to go with this 5. The real nugget here is between these 3, Renata, Chase, and Kate. I have a real urge to put Kate Hudson in because I just really see that film just randomly surprising because actors are really liking it. And I don't know, guys. As soon as Hugh Jackman mentioned that she might win an Oscar for this at the Gothams, that had no impact on my predictions, but it had an impact on me where I do kind of see a world where she is an Oscar nominee for this, and she does have the narrative, and she would be the only veteran here that got multiple nominations prior, besides Jessie Buckley and Emma Stone. So we'll see. I'm just going to go with this 5, guys. I think it's pretty safe for now. Best Actor is where I'm going to put a little twist. I'm going to go a little bold, guys. We got Timothée Chalamet from Ari Supreme, Leonardo DiCaprio. These 2 are locked. Now, I think any of these positions are up for grab. Okay, let's just put Joel Edgerton out of the way. The top 6 is incredibly stacked, guys. I do think that Michael B. Jordan could get snubbed, but honestly, I've been doubting him this whole season, but he's been proving me wrong, so I think he's just going to get in again. Wagner Moura just won the Golden Globe, and this film is going to get into picture. I think The Secret Agent is going to be seen by a lot of the actors, so Wagner Moura, you're going to get in. Now, the 5th spot, Ethan Hawke for Blue Moon makes a really good case. First of all, his performance as Beatty. I honestly thought he could even win at some point after the Golden Globe, but again, Blue Moon hasn't been really showing up that much. Ethan Hawke has been showing up everywhere. I think he might be like the Daniel Craig for Queer, but then again, Queer was weirder, and Ethan Hawke is way stronger. Blue Moon is way baitier. It's Richard Linklater. I got into SAG. This is really hard, guys, but I gotta take a wild card somewhere, so I'm gonna go Jesse Plemons for Begonia. And again, what makes me predict Jesse Plemons is Best Actor has been a very Best Picture heavy category, and I think that Jesse Plemons is in the Best Picture nominee, who is basically locked, and he is basically the face of the film. He's the show's performance, guys. So even if Emma Stone has the momentum currently, I think whoever watches Begonia will also vote for Jesse Plemons. I don't know if a lot of people will vote for Blue Moon, even if it is Sony Pictures Classic. Guys, I think, guys, come on, like Jesse Plemons, I don't see a world where Begonia gets in, but he doesn't, especially after his SAG nomination and his eventual BAFTA. Come on, guys. Golden Globe, SAG, BAFTA, pretty good combo. Ethan Hawke will probably get all 4. He reminds me of the Viola Davis Woman King, Daniel Craig Queer. I don't know, guys. I'll just go with this. I think Michael B. Jordan could get snubbed, but I do think that Jesse Plemons will get in. We'll see. Supporting actress, I'm gonna go with Amy Madigan. Oh, you know what, guys? Let's put Tana Taylor. I think Tana Taylor's gonna win this. But Amy Madigan, Taylor Taylor, they're both locked. Now it's again a shit show. The 3, 4, 5 spot. I think Inga Ibzadar Lilius is gonna win BAFTA. I think she's pretty safe to get in. Edessa Zion, I've been saying this. If she got SAG, she's locked. If she gives Monica Barbara complete unknown, and again, Marge Supreme has been subparly doing very well. I think Marge Supreme is doing amazing with the actors, with every branch. It's doing really good at the box office. Timothy Chalamet has been campaigning. People are going to watch the film, and they're going to vote for Edessa Zion. I was worried that there was going to be a vote split, but then again, Edessa got the SAG. I think we're pretty good when it comes to who's going to get in. Umni Masaku. Guys, when I close my eyes and I imagine the Oscar nomination night or morning, I see Wunmi Masaku's name. I see her name getting pronounced by the presenter. I think she's in. Who are we gonna snub? Ariana Grande. Now, some part of me thinks that Ariana Grande is also gonna get in. Like, come on, guys. Like, come on. I mean, actors love Wicked, and she's been really good. I mean, I don't think she's that good, but a lot of people think she's really good in Wicked. She's a standout. But Wicked for Good hasn't been doing that well, and Best Supporting Actress has been pretty stacked. I think these Best Picture players are much, much more heavy when it comes to like their lasting impact. And Ariana Grande, sorry, but I think you're gonna get snubbed. If you are not gonna get snubbed, you're gonna get in for Wunmi Mosaku or Inga Ibzadar Lilius. But I hope that doesn't happen because I think these are pretty deserved nominees. And the acting branch really loves Sinners. So Gwyneth Paltrow I could see surprising. Elle Fanning, I never thought this was gonna happen when I saw the film. It's not gonna happen. Who I think could have the Marina de Tavira to Yalitza Aparicio is Danaya Maria for The Secret Agent, because she is a scene stealer. I don't know, guys, but that's a bit of a stretch. I mean, it got in for casting, and Wagner Moore is getting in. The actors branch will see this film, but then again, I don't think it's that strong. I think The Secret Agent is doing pretty well, but we'll see if it's that strong. Roma was literally the Best Picture frontrunner at the time of nomination, so it makes sense why it got a few of cocktail nominations, you know. But yeah, this is a really good category. We'll see what happens. Now, compared to Best Actress, Best Supporting Actress and Actress, Best Supporting Actress pretty stable, I'd say. We have Benicio del Toro, Jacob Elordi. These two are locks to get in. And then we have Stellan Skarsgård. I did see a world where Stellan Skarsgård did get snubbed for The Sinners Boys, but then again, he won the Globe, he gave his speech. San Mountain Valley's doing pretty well. It got PGA. I think he's pretty locked. Next up, we got Sean Penn. I did think that Sean Penn could get snubbed because not a lot of people are campaigning, but guys, come on. I don't see a world where Sean Penn's going to get snubbed. When I, again, close my eyes, imagine the nomination ballot, and the presenters announce the names, Sean Penn is going to be called for one battle after another. Who I did think was going to get snubbed for a long time was Paul Mescal for Adam Sandler or Miles Caden or Delroy Lindo. But then again, Paul Mescal got the SAG. Hamnet is pretty strong. It just won the Drama Globe. I think the performances, the actors love it. He's playing William Shakespeare. So, yeah, guys, this top 5 is really stacked. I do see a world where Miles Caine performs Monica Barbera and just surprises because of the Sinner's Love. Some part of me wants to predict that over Paul Mescal or Sean Penn because I don't know, guys. Some part of me just sees Miles Caine win. Get the nomination for Sinners. So I do kind of want to predict it, but then again, it's like the Jesse Plemons situation where I'm pretty sure something's going to happen, but I don't know who to remove. I have a gut feeling Miles Caine's going to get in. I don't know why, guys. It's like that young performer that just like coattails the lead actor nominee. But we got Wunmi Mosaku. And if Miles Caine gets in, Sinners is literally going to get like 16 noms. That's not going to happen. So, yeah, Adam Sandler, I wish he got in. He seems like a really nice guy. I liked his performance, but he's not in. Delroy Lindo, I think these two are going to vote split a lot because we already got 2-1 Battle Boys. We don't got room for 2 Sinners Boys. Then again, Miles Caine could upset, and what if he snubs Stellan Skarsgård? Honestly, that could happen, guys. This category is crazy. We'll see. All right, for Best Original Screenplay, we have Ryan Coogler for Sinners is going to win. Marty Supreme is pretty supremely locked. And then we have Sentimental Value. It Was Just an Accident. I feel pretty secure in these top 4. It Was Just an Accident is not as strong for Best Picture, but then again, I think he's pretty secure for Screenplay because of the category. Now we have the 5th spot. This is between 4 films, in my opinion. Sorry Baby, Blue Moon, Weapons, The Secret Agent, and I could see any of these films getting in, but I'm going to go with Sorry Baby because I think that it at that momentum. I think people who love Sorry Baby will put it at the number 1 spot. I think it has a really passionate fan base. I think we're gonna get a Sorry Baby nomination for Eva Victor. She's gonna be the lone screenplay nomination. This reminds me, you know what this reminds me of? The Worst Person in the World. This reminds me of that. And for Blue Moon, I don't even have Ethan Hawke getting in, so I would have it in pictures. I'm honestly gonna put Weapons above that. I think Weapons is a pretty good spot because I think Weapons is known for that originality that it had, and it also got a PGA. It's probably getting a WGA, so we'll see. It got a Critics' Choice. It got BAFTA longlisted, but we'll see. The Secret Agent also got BAFTA longlisted. I could see it getting in, but people are saying it's not that screenplay compared to like it was just an accident. Sorry Baby, Weapons, Blue Moon. So I'm gonna put it in for now. This is my top 5. For best adapted screenplay, we have One Battle After Another. It's gonna win. He's gonna sweep. Hamnet is gonna get nominated. This is a pretty airtight category. Train Dreams, Begonia. Begonia is so gonna get in, guys. Like, come on, Begonia will not get snubbed. Honestly, I could put it number 3. Like, that's how confident I am. Train Dreams, Frankenstein, I do see a world where it gets snubbed, but it's such a strong contender. I think it's going to get in. I do see a world where No Other Choice surprises, but it's so weak. I think Nuremberg could surprise because of the Brits. The BAFTA loved it. They nominated for Best Fucking Picture in the field of 10. But then again, this top 5 is just, it's the best picture. Come on, guys. It's nothing's going to top this. Let's just move on. Best casting is where I'm going to go with the top 5 for SAG. I think that they're going to be lazy with this. I think they're going to go with Sinners, One Battle. These two are locked, right? I think Mario Supreme is going to get in, and Hamnet is pretty safe. I mean, it is the central performances. And honestly, guys, I could see any of these films get in for number 5. I have a really good case for Sirat. I have a really good case for Wicked for Good because the first one didn't get nominated. Sentiment of Value is a film about actors, and they had to cast Elle Fanning, the casting of Stellan Skarsgård, who's a veteran, Renate Reinsve, who gives a great performance, the find of Inga Libsdatter Lilius. I mean, it's a pretty great casting feat. The Secret Agent I could also see happening because I heard it's a really good ensemble and the casting is really spectacular. Weapons literally has the best narrative out of any of these films. Man, this is hard. Man, this is hard. Honestly, guys, I think Weapons is going to get in. It has a lot of characters. I'm going to make a last minute switch. But Frankenstein got a SAG Ensemble nomination. That was my original worry. Once it got that, I was like, nah. Yeah, this category is really hard to predict for some reason. The safe thing for me to do would be to go to just Frankenstein. I have a feeling Sentiment of Value might just get in at the end of the day. Yeah, this is a really unexpected category. Wow. What would casting directors go for? Wow, but the casting of Jacob Elordi, like the last minute switch of that. And I honestly think that this branch is going to get lazy with who they just vote for because they're just pretty lazy. I mean, the acting branch is like literally one of the laziest branches of all time. They don't nominate most of the international contenders, which is pretty darn sad, you know? Wow. I don't know who to go for, guys. I'm pretty lost. Should I just go with Frankenstein or... you know what? I'm going to go with Frankenstein. We're going to go with the SAG 5. If Weapons gets in, I'm going to kill myself. If Secret Agent gets in, yay. Sentimental Value, I should have called it. Any of these films. Sirat has such a great narrative. Honestly, I might put that at number 9 because Wicked for Good is fucking dead. Yeah, they nominated a lot of international plays here. Yeah, good for them. But sorry, I think this will be the top 5 will be pretty boring, guys. Best international features where I'm gonna put a big asterisk, and it's gonna be where I go off the field. Now, I'm gonna be very blunt with this category. They're gonna snub No Other Choice. I could already feel it for any of these 3 films: The President's Cake, Left-Handed Girl, The Voice of Hind Rajab. I could honestly see them going 2 out of these 3 and replace it with Sirat. I think the top 3 is pretty secure. It Was Just an Accident is going to be number 3 now. But I think The Secret Agent and Sentiment of Value are pretty much locked in. These are the contenders. We have Sirat. I honestly think that Neon's going to get 2 out. I don't know, guys. But again, I see Sirat. When I close my eyes, I see them saying Sirat's name. So I'm very torn with this category. A lot of these categories are really hard to predict, which is why I'm very excited for the Oscars this year. I'm going to go with The President's Cake. I have a feeling they're going to do that, but I also have a feeling they're going to say Tunisia and The Voice of Hind Rajab. Guys, what I realistically think is going to happen is I think Sirat's going to get out. No Other Choice is going to get out. I think originally I was going with The Left-Handed Girl and The Voice of Hind Rajab, but The President's Cake, once I got that in my head, I just don't see it getting... this is hard, guys. This is really hard. I also see The Voice of Hind Rajab getting in. What's gonna get in? Man, this is hard. You know what, guys? I'm gonna go with The Voice of Hind Rajab. I think that's gonna get in. Fuck it. You know what? Fuck it, guys. Fuck it. You know what? Yeah, this will be the lineup. Left-Handed Girl, though. I always had a feeling that was going to get in. Ever since Sean Baker was going to campaign for it, and like the type of film it is, this is such the type of film the branch would go for. Should I put it in though? Should I? Should I? Ah, this is giving me a headache. Should I go with my gut or should I go for the top 5? Because if I go for my gut, I might end up like killing myself and just hating myself for the rest of my life. If I don't go for the left-handed girl and it gets in, I'm gonna be so pissed because I've been seeing that get in. I've been seeing the vision ever since. I have no idea what to do, guys. I'm pretty lost here. Fuck. You know what? Let's just go 4 out of 5. Let's just go 4 out of 5. Yeah, we tried our best, guys. Voice of Indrajab. I mean, I think it's going to get a lot of the passion picks. Documentary feature, we'll keep it short. The Perfect Neighbor could get snubbed, but it's been winning everywhere. 2,000 meters, Apocalypse, My Desirable Friends, Nobody Against Putin. I have a strong feeling Mr. Nobody Against Putin's going to get it. I'm going to put that number 3, actually. I think Cover Up's going to get snubbed. That's my big prediction. The Alabama Solution's also going to get snubbed. So, Come See Me in Good Night as well. This category is weird. Animated feature, I'm just going to go with the boring top 5. This category is pretty boring. I think Demon Slayer might get in over Elio. There's a chance if the international body wants to speak up for Demon Slayer. This is your only chance to get it in. We have In Your Dreams. I don't think Scarlet or Naza 2 is going to get in, so I'm going to remove these two. But yeah, I think In Your Dreams will get in if Elio is pretty weak, but then again, the top 5 is pretty secure. And honestly, when I close my eyes, I see Elio getting in. Best cinematography is also a really hard category because I do see a world where Hamnet gets in, but it's been doing pretty bad. So I'm going to go with Sinners, One Battle, Train Dreams. I could see a world where Frankenstein gets snubbed, but then again, a lot of people are not predicting that, and maybe there's a reason for it. Dan Lawson has been snubbed, but then I think Frankenstein's too big of a contender for him to get snubbed. He got in for Nightmare Alley as well. He's going to get in. Marge Supreme has been doing pretty well. It got into ASC, BSC. Hamnet has missed both. Somehow I could see it getting over Marge Supreme, but Marge Supreme, once again, it's been peaking, and he got in for Bardo. So, yeah, I just think he's going to get in. Best editing is where I'm going to put a little wild cards here, guys. Best editors branch, they're a pretty shit branch, if I'm being honest. They're just going to go with the Best Picture 5. And honestly, I'm going to predict this snub for F1. That's going to be my very proud moment. I think there's a world where Begonia gets in a House of Dynamite sentiment of value. But then again, guys, the editors branch are going to be assholes. They're going to be assholes. And I think Frankenstein, I just see it getting in for some reason. I don't know why. I just do. I just see it getting in. Because Frankenstein is so damn strong. It's been overperforming everywhere. And it's going to get a nomination that no one expects, even if it doesn't make sense. And that's editing. Just because it is a good Best Picture frontrunner. F1, if it gets editing, should get it into picture because it's been getting a lot of nominations. But it's not going to get into picture, in my opinion. And I'm not predicting it, so I'm not going to put it in. But if it does get into editing, it's going to get into picture. A lot of people should be worried when they predict F1. Because it's the type of film that BAFTA goes for, but the Oscars don't. Like No Time to Die. Like... Baby Driver's different. You know, Baby Driver's, I mean, F1's haul is pretty big because, spoiler alert, I'm also predicting it for score. I'm just going to make a big prediction here, guys. I mean, if I play it like everyone else and just do the boring 5 and put F1 instead of Frankenstein, it's a pretty boring. So I'm just going to go with Frankenstein because this branch is boring and I'm just going to be boring depending on the branch. Production design is pretty locked. Frankenstein, Sinners, Hamnet, Marge Supreme, I see getting in. Wicked for Good. Will it get in again? I mean, the production design is like one of the strongest aspects with the costumes. I could see a world where One Battle After Another, Avatar, Fire and Ash, or the Fantastic Four First Steps get in. But that's if they really snub Wicked for Good, and I don't think they're going to do that, so we got the top 5, guys. Best costume design, we got Frankenstein, Sinners, Hamnet, Wicked for Good. I have these 4 locked. Now, for the 5th spot, it's either One Battle, Marge Supreme, or Hedda. I'm going to go with One Battle After Another because it's Colleen Atwood and the robe. It reminds me of Everything Ever All at Once getting into costume. I think I could see Hedda getting in as well, but it's been not doing that well. And the costume, I don't see it being like a Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris because that's literally a film about fashion. Cruella is literally about fashion. Hedda, it's like a little indie film that no one's seen and it's not going to get nominated anywhere else. So I'm just not going to put it in because it's just not going to get in. Marge Supreme, I could definitely see getting in. But then again, Colleen Atwood, I think she's pretty strong. I think it's going to get checked. Irishman. I mean, the one factor that's keeping me like kind of worried is that it's a contemporary film. Marge Supreme is a period film. And it has some pretty interesting costume design. I don't know, guys. We're not just gonna predict the safe part. We're gonna predict one battle to overperform in some places, like the Power of the Dog getting into production design. You know, best makeup and hair is where I'm not gonna predict a one battle overperformance. Frankenstein, Sinners, Wicked for Good, The Smashing Machine. I think these four are gonna get in. I'm gonna predict Kokuo now. A lot of people are not predicting this. Why I'm predicting it? Because the makeup is really, really nice. They're turning males into girls. That is what Emilia Perez did. Reverse it. It's, other way around, but still. I think the makeup is pretty good. This branch does not go for like their favorite films. They go for the actual makeup. And that's why I predicted The Ugly Stepsister, but that's like a horror film, and horror films don't do that well with the Oscars. I think I'm going to go with Coco. I think it has a pretty interesting narrative. One battle could easily end up, but it doesn't have that much makeup, and they're only considering the Sean Penn. I don't think that's going to work, guys. I think Kokuo is going to get in. We'll see who's right about it. Best visual effects is a category where I'm also going to predict a lot of risks. Now, I'm going to predict a Sinners, Frankenstein, Wicked for Good snub. A lot of people are predicting Sinners. I'm not going to predict it. I'm going to go with Tron Ares. I don't know why, guys. I just think that the visual effects, they went for like, the Dylan O'Brien film, Love and Monsters, like, I mean, okay, first of all, The Lost Boss did really well in the VFX Society Awards. I think it's going to get in. Superman, I think, I had doubts. They could snub it, but I think it's going to get in. F1 is going to be like the Top Gun Maverick of the year, and Avatar Fire and Ash is going to win. Now, why do I have Tron Harrison? You know what, guys? It's just guts. If I'm right about this, I'm a fucking genius. If Sinners gets in, I'm a dumbass. I'm a dumbass. But then again, guys, this branch, they don't go for the best pictures. They don't just nominate The Shape of Water. They don't just nominate Oppenheimer. They don't nominate Poor Things. They don't nominate these films, guys. They nominate the big blockbusters or films with really impressive visual effects. So, I don't think Sinners or Frankenstein is that. Especially Frankenstein reminds me of Black Panther. Like, Frankenstein is winning visual effects in some critics groups. Guys, that is ugly. And whoever, like, I don't think the VFX branch is going to go for Frankenstein. The one film I do really see getting into Sinners, but I got to predict some snubs, guys, for Sinners. I mean, Sinners can't just get everything, right? Like, Tron Ares, I don't know why. Something about it just screams VFX. Yeah, we'll just see what happens. And it's a Disney film. There's no other Disney film here besides Avatar, so we'll see, guys. I just really think that Tron Ares is going to get in. I have a feeling. And The Lost Bus as well. We'll see, guys. Ellie and Romulus got in too. So you really just have to do well in the Bake Off. And Tron Ares, I think the visuals look pretty good, so they're going to put it in. And these, why did they nominate The Electric State? Yeah, this branch is stupid. Fucking stupid. Best sound, we have Sinners, one battle after another. I think these two are locked. F1 is also locked. Seurat, why? Because the choices are so fucking bad. Frankenstein, I think, is also going to overperform. It's going to get the sound editing combo. I think Avatar's going to miss out. Mission Impossible could get in, but not really. Wicked for Good's gone. I think this is the top 5, guys. And if Frankenstein does not overperform, I've been predicting it wrong because I always predicted to underperform. The one time if I predicted to overperform and it underperforms, I'm going to be pissed. Now for best score, we have Sinners, one battle after another, Hamnet. I think these three are pretty safe. Frankenstein, I think, is going to get it, even if the branch has been snubbing Alexandre Desplat for all of his scores. We got F1. Guys, I don't know why, but people love the F1 score. They love that, dun, 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 and they remember the soundtrack. I think Marty Supreme is going to get snubbed. I just really think this branch is stupid sometimes. They're just kind of dumb sometimes. And they didn't nominate Hans Zimmer for Dune 2 because he was disqualified, so it's not like they don't like him. I think he's just going to get in for F1. I think people see it as a music film. I think people remember the music. Marty Supreme, though, I also see this getting in. Maybe Hamnet's not going to get in, you know? You never know. Let's just put it here. Maybe Seurat's going to get in because it's going to get in sound. Maybe Begonia, like people are predicting. But guys, let's just go with F1. Hamnet could get snubbed, but let's just go with F1. I know that Marty Supreme's going to get in, but I think that F1 is going to get in even more. And it is lower in the bet, so I probably could get more points if I predict F1, and Marty Supreme still ends up beating one of these films, so we'll see, guys. Best original song, yeah, the top 5 is pretty safe, guys. Nothing else to say about this. I think Last Time I See the Sun could get in over a film, over a song. Let's put Diane Warren. This is how I would do the rankings, but guys, come on. This is a pretty good 5. The Girl in the Bubble's gonna get in. Yeah. This is what I think is going to happen for the short categories. I'm not going to explain it. It's just based on intuition. Hopefully I do right, guys, and see you guys in the reactions.